Give yourself to the dark side.
SITH. Stupidity I totally hated about the Star Wars films I liked, loved even. Again, these transmissions are spur-of-the-moment issues I found with the movies while sitting in the theater watching for the first time. This is the fourth installment of SITH, Stupidity I Totally Hated. From the outset of the announcement of the prequel trilogy, you get an understanding of who will survive and who is most likely not to survive. The real thrill of these movies is who might survive that is not among the cast of the original Star Wars trilogy. I, for one, hope there will be a resolution as to the whereabouts of both Jedi Masters Mace Windu and Plo Koon. Famously, Mace Windu was hurled from a window in Palpatine's office after being electrocuted by my master. We never saw what the result of his fall was. Plo Koon, on the other hand, we witness his ship being shot down and exploding. That is nothing for a Jedi to escape unseen. Plo Koon is able to survive the harshness of open space, which we saw in the Malevolent series in Season 1 of the Clone Wars. There's a good chance he could survive an explosion in an oxygen-rich atmosphere, but I digress. SITH. You may ask yourself, Lord Vader, what do you hate this time? The death of Padme Amidala. I hated it. Not for any personal reasons, of course. Excuse me, sometimes my vocal modulator goes haywire and needs to be equalized. There. But I hate it because it totally undoes the scene in Return of the Jedi where Luke reveals his identity to Leia in terms of his relationship to both Darth Vader and Leia Organa herself. It begins as such. Luke, what's wrong? Leia, do you remember your mother? Your real mother? Just a little bit. She died when I was very young. What do you remember? Just images, really. Feelings. Tell me. She was very beautiful, kind, but sad. Why are you asking me this? I have no memory of my mother. I never knew her. Right there! I have no memory of my mother. I never knew her. This touching moment is completely undone when Padme gives birth to her twins, which she apparently didn't love enough to stay alive for, some mother she turned out to be, and dies. Right away. I remember thinking, George, what the hoth are you doing? How could you just breach continuity in this manner? This is sloppy. This is amateurish. This is stupid. And before any fanboys say that Leia saw these images through the Force or some other mumbo-jumbo, that's a plot device to excuse stupidity. If anything, since Luke was born first, he had more time with his mother than Leia did. And he has no memory of her. He never knew her. And Padme died seconds after giving birth to her second twin. That is nowhere near enough time to establish beauty, kindness, sadness, images, feelings, anything. This was unbelievably stupid. Had she survived, the ending of Revenge of the Sith would have been so much better. It would have given Darth Vader more impetus to find her and his child. He didn't know she was giving birth to twins. Only she could have known that. The suspense that his pursuing her across the galaxy would have created at the tail end of the movie, rather than shoehorning the creation of the Death Star into this movie. Another example of how horribly paced Revenge of the Sith was. would have been incredible. Can you imagine how that conversation with the Emperor would have gone? Had she survived, it could have gone something like this. Lord Vader, can you hear me? Yes, Master. Where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right? It seems the Jedi have taken her into hiding. What? Kenobi lives? As does Master Yoda. They have absconded with Padme. Hidden her from you, my friend. From me. Those who cared about her the most. Even her family on Naboo is oblivious to her current whereabouts. Obi-Wan and Master Yoda will suffer for this final indignity, my master. As will all remaining Jedi in the galaxy. Lord Vader, come. We have a great work to perform. Yes, my master. See? Awesome. Menace to Vader rather than that ghastly I don't know why someone didn't pull on his sleeve or take George Lucas aside and point this out to him. How could he just wash over this moment from Return of the Jedi? This has been Sith. Stupidity I totally hated about the Star Wars films I liked, loved even. Stay tuned for more. Mother, you had me, but I never had you. I wanted you, you didn't want me, so I just got to tell you, goodbye, goodbye. John Lennon.